on, peeps? We are heading out on our first ever plane trip of the year. We have not traveled on planes this whole year because of the whole COVID-19, because of the quarantine. All right, so we decided to take a vacation this year to Palma, Mallorca. I know you're probably thinking, my man, you're vacationing during the pandemic. You're flying. What the heck is going on with you? Especially with two little boys. I know, it's crazy. But we needed a vacation after being quarantined, after being on confinement and everything. We needed to just get out and have a breather and just hit the beach and just forget about everything, period. However, we did have to encounter, the whole COVID-19 pandemic thing while we were flying. Thankfully, nobody got infected, nobody got any symptoms or anything at all, so we're fine on that point of view. But let me explain to you guys my experience flying from Santiago de Compostela over to Palma de Mallorca. When we first arrived at the Santiago de Compostela airport, we noticed that there was nobody at the entrance checking for temperature to see if you were running a fever, and there was also no antibacterial gel dispensers anywhere to be found. Also, we noticed that there was a lot of people flying, so it was, a pro that we didn't have to encounter a lot of people. However, we did notice that when time came up to board the plane and we were making a line, nobody kept their distance from each other, as is stated throughout the airport, with a lot of signs that you have to keep yourself 1.5 meters away from each other. Also, where you sit, there's papers saying you can't sit there. You have to keep that seat open for, social distancing and whatsoever. But still, when it came to board the plane and we were actually inside the plane, there was no social distancing at all whatsoever. We had people sitting in front of us. We had people sitting behind us. We had people sitting beside us. There was no social distancing at all, which was crazy. However, when we did arrive at Palma Mallorca airport, we also again noticed that there was nobody checking for temperatures if you were running a fever or whatnot. But however, we did find more antibacterial gel dispensers at this airport than at the airport back at home in Galicia. So again, when the time came to pick up your luggage, everybody was cramped up together, not keeping their distance from each other. We did notice the great thing about the airport was that we saw people cleaning and we saw people disinfecting wherever you went. So that was a good thing. You knew for a fact that they were disinfecting, they were using, make sure everything was clean and whatnot. So that was a pro. The con for me was the whole people not keeping their social distance. There was no temperature checks. And the first airport we went to, there was no antibacterial dispensers. That was my con. But overall, my experience traveling while during this COVID-19 pandemic was great. The only bad thing was traveling with a face mask because, planes can get stuffy and warm and hot and it's suffocating at sometimes and it gets claustrophobic, and wearing a mask is just crazy. But it was a great experience overall. My boys had fun. They were just chilling, playing with a Nintendo Switch, and they didn't care about wearing a mask. However, we did notice a lot of people not wearing the face mask correctly. And the people, the flight attendants and stuff, did not tell them anything to put the mask correctly. That was another con. But again, it's always going to be like that. I've heard so many horrible stories about the U.S., about how the airports are terrible. There's, there's social distancing. There's no care at all whatsoever. There's no preventive, measures being taken and stuff and whatnot. And I don't know if it's true or not. So let me know in the comments if you have been flying in the U.S. How are things in the U.S.? Is it pretty bad like people are saying? Is it really bad like people are saying, that there's no social distancing, that people are not wearing face masks and whatnot? Because that's what I've been hearing lately. Now, that was just our experience at the airport in the airplane. It got a lot weirder when we actually landed and were in the island itself. But that will be in another video. Don't worry, I'll get to that. But it was just a complete different, weird, unforgettable, in the history books experience for me. I don't know, it's just crazy. The times we're living in now are crazy. Well, anyways, with that being said, you guys, I hope you found today's video enjoyable, informative. You hope you guys liked it. Compare it to how things are in the U.S. Let me know, is it safer to fly here in Spain than it is safer to fly back at home? Let me know in the comments what you guys think when it comes to comparing flights, and not flights, but, the measurements taken for safety in the U.S. and Spain. I have not flown in the U.S., so I can't compare it. So if you have flown and you've seen this video and you can compare it, let me know in the comments what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel and if you want to find out more about the life in Spain and comparing it to the life in the U.S. See, henceforth, here the flags in the back. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who subscribed to the channel. Thank you for everybody who's following me on Instagram. Don't forget, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I put up stories every single day also there on Instagram. And I will be putting up a new video every week, so stay tuned. I'm trying to think of a schedule to come up with so I can put up videos so that way you guys know on certain days videos drop and that's just not randomly like, oh, hey, look, Sway just dropped a new video. No, I want to put up a schedule. So I might announce that schedule on my Instagram. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram so that way you know the schedule on when I'm going to drop videos each week here on my channel. The next video is going to be obviously of our experience in the island itself and how things were so differently over there and how greatly COVID-19 has impacted that island that lives off tourism, which is crazy. But anyways, you guys, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for leaving me your comments. Thank you for sharing it with your friends if you share it. Thank you for everything. I will see you guys in the next video here on Sway Vlogs. Peace, everybody. I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm out.